After once again receiving the knowledge of the industry and advice on how to proceed further with your stories and get better writing and more dramatic action. But ultimately, how to get your project cancelled post-haste. But now that we have gotten through one of Gintama's side stories, I wonder what's going to be on the menu tonight. All I hope is that it's not too expensive. Well, because Gintama's not going to pay for it, is it? Let's find out. Oh no, this is another static background with them talking a bit, isn't it? Oh, did you? So, scheduling has had to be mixed up slightly, so they're using that as an excuse as to for this. I wonder how far in advance they actually have to think of these excuses. Catering service? What's that got to do with ad-libbing? I wonder why that is. I was going to say, what is their view on foreigners? But then I remembered, no, they've actually somewhat got it correct. Different countries have different viewpoints on what constitutes as comedy. And attention spans, I guess. It's kind of a mainstay of Gintama at this point that they do these still frames, but it's also a delicate balance of not overdoing them. Open the door or something. Or that. Or that. They're just showing off their amazing 3D capabilities now. But luckily, the overseas audience aren't going to wander off and do something productive. All thanks to the building rotating. But should I not expect too much from this episode? I can't remember how they usually go when it starts off with a still frame discussion. There've been some highs, there's been some lows. Not all episode is going to hit the same. For instance, I quite like the hard-boiled detective, but others really don't. And we do need to get back to the ship captain guy, see what he's up to. Oh no. Why is he wearing a beanie now? Is he trying to update his image to not only being sunglasses? Now he's got to find a room. Oh no. You've put yourself in it now, haven't you, Hasegawa? You're really overselling it now. Now you've got to not only find a place, but clean. Overhearing that kind of conversation, these public phones need to have better privacy. Yeah, it's not bad. How? Where did Kentucky get that dango from, anyway? He never really. Well, I was going to say he never really learns, but only about 50% of it is his own fault. So, yeah, he's got his. I was about to say he's got his name on a in a black book. Maybe it's time to admit that you've really ballsed things up. I must say that a orange box, not the best of fashion choices, but Hasegawa's probably been dressed worse. I haven't played Final Fantasy 3. Actually, there's quite a few Final Fantasies I haven't played. Why is the dog staying with him? What's the backstory for the dog? What jobs has he failed at? I think you can just. I think the dog can get you a bit of money with the imitation that it's capable of. I don't know why I even bothered reading the top because I knew what Death Note was. Tamanagi. Hopefully, Gintoki has versed him well on the roles of an onion knight. Hmm. Hopefully, it's not just a being in deep thought. Hmm. Luckily, this guy is a bit easygoing to fall for this. Just go in with enough confidence of what you're saying and they'll believe you. Should be able to tell him if it was right. Damn, we're learning a lot about this guy now. I see he's got some family issues. I think they are meant for each other. Is this real or just one more of Gintoki's stories? What a nice man. Very, very, very easygoing. So, are you going to show us your new neighbours, Hasegawa? One that's not on fire, underwater, next door to mass shootings. One that's only seen a small modicum of murder if necessary. You know, he's not going to hold out too much. Anything's better than a cardboard box. Don't you mean like kitchen, dining, and bedroom? Or living room? Can't remember what the acronym thing is. So he's losing his mental fortitude, like it's an upgrade, fortitude slightly, but he's offsetting that by pretending like he knows what he's talking about. Understandable. What is the rent for that place? Put it in a sentence. Mm, yeah. Well, keep throwing it out there. Eventually, something will stick. He's sure to get at least one of these right. But it looks like there was already an inhabitant of that room. You're not really one to ask. Perfect. I actually want that Elizabeth badge. See if anyone actually knows what it is if they see it. Oh no. Straight away to avoid them then. I really hope the housing market isn't this bad in reality. At least this one doesn't have an occupant. Maybe if you want to just drop that word and explain to him in short form sentences. I was wrong about the occupant. Well, Madel, have fun with your housemate. How many more people are in there? I think he hurt his feelings. I doubt that, but you've had the rule of huh? For a cockroach like him, yeah, it's suitable. Gokibi. I actually forgot to pronounce the last syllable of that. Does he actually own this building? Or at least, does it allow dogs? Um, I think he missed one of the main drawing points in needing an apartment. Is he mad? Almost definitely, yes. Okay. So it comes fully furnished for $300 a month. Not bad. Make sure I haven't even seen the inside yet. And the reveal is another dog house. What business was the previous guy in? And what's uh, Noburu? How? What? Don't be silly. It's someone just really spilt their tomato soup. Are you so used to blood Gintoki? Or is it just that Hasegawa shouldn't be so picky about where he lives at this point? A very eccentric interior designer, yes. Tuna? You'd probably want to do it in the kitchen or over the sink, not everywhere. He really needed practice then, yeah. Is if this was a murder scene, is the body still here? I mean, there have been places where people have died, and cleaners have come in and made it presentable, and then people now live there again. Sometimes you have to just get over the fact. Personally, I don't think I'd be too put off as long as it's not overly grisly. So, Gintoki with his amazing pep talks once again. Maybe it's best to go back to the cockroach mansion. Wow, he looks wide. Look what you've done. Maybe he's trying to understand, and there's more words he didn't quite get the hang of. Hmm, um, I'd like to see the statistics for that. You don't say. Sounds inviting. Yep, you might want to put that on the listing. Maybe you can knock another like 20% off the asking price. Those bloodstains go across the fridge and the wall. Wow, they shouldn't. Thank you, but they're not a couple yet. Has I was about to say, has Guntogi found a little hangout spot? He's going to kick Hasegawa out of it. Well, they're all dead now. None of them want it. That's what's going on. Um, he's very insistent on selling this place, isn't he? Is the room itself going to be like, I've had it. I've been listening to the U3. And uh, I've are they so involved in their own fight that they completely ignore the will of the room? A few days later, okay. This is Hasegawa's wife, okay. It wasn't him, it was the room! Yeah, you're gonna need to bring a sponge. It's not that bad. I still don't get the Noburu, but room 444, yeah, okay. Is that the last time we're going to see Hasegawa? Next week, the show is hosted by Shinpachi because Gintoki never made it out of the room. It's a shame, I know, but it's the rules. And honestly, that just reminded me of another evil room story, which is 1408. Can't remember if the movie was actually any good. It's been a while. At what point is helping Hasegawa unfruitful? Just due to the sheer will of the universe to make him fail. Uh, I'm not hungry. As much cake as I like, yeah, no thanks. Santa? Oh, what was his name? Ben or something as well. And so the age-old question was asked once again, would you rather live in a doghouse or a murder apartment? It really has been a problem for the ages, one that I don't believe has a full answer yet. If you'd like to weigh in on that very fierce battle, let me know down below in the comments. And if any of you actually know what was up with Noboru, let me know. That one went over my head. But if you liked the episode, leave a like on the video, and, well, we always knew Hasagawa isn't the best, most luckiest character on the block, but to see him in such a state is actually kind of upsetting. But I don't know how the old man is still in business if he's trying to sell dog houses and apartments for $300 a month. I will say though, an apartment, what I saw that size, quite close to the city, for 30,000 yen. I'll take it, murder or not, let's be honest. Hopefully you agree with me, but honestly, you don't have to come round and help clean up. Might be for the best. So you can tuck yourself in at home, crawl into bed, get some rest. See you in the next one. If you wouldn't mind being the tenant of the murder apartment that is my channel, then consider helping me out on Patreon. Because so far Sal, Raywin, Dynamite1997, Shiwan, ASD, Stinsfire and everyone else have hosed themselves down, cleaned the walls, scrubbed up real nice, and have made themselves right at home. But hey, at least it's not a cockroach hotel.